So recently I've been talking to a friend who was looking for an SUV, and I'm not sure if it's true, but the stigma about Volvos is that it's for older people. So in today's video, on top of all the comments I got about the previous videos, people, if still true in 2020, are sleeping on Volvos, and I want to shed light on this particular XC60 that we have. Why not give it an opportunity, do a more further in-depth review about it. So let's go ahead and talk about this XC60 2019 R design. So let's go ahead and just get started. Let's do a walk around right now. Fortunately, I do not have my gimbal today, so apologies for the shaky video. This is the 2019 XC60 R design, like I mentioned, and with it comes this exclusive bursting blue, amazing color for the XC60 and the 90 and the 40, and basically all your R design trims. Bursting blue metallic, so it does have some metallic flakes in it, where you do have to pay a premium for the metallic paints in the Volvo, if I'm not mistaken. Aggressive 21-inch R design rims. These are exclusive to the R designs. All right, we'll just do a quick walk around first, and we'll touch up on the R design specific amenities or features. But this is a T6 model. Volvos are pretty nice when they come to customizations. They offer multiple trims: forward wheel drive, all wheel drive, and your multiple engine choices, starting with your turbocharged inline 4, and then your supercharged turbocharged T6 model, and your hybrid, which is the T8. But let's talk about the bursting blue color. All right, and I think it matches the satin chrome mirror caps, satin chrome window trim, and also your roof rails very well, as opposed to the white color. But I suppose it's nice also with the darker colors as well. But I like how they kept up with the satin chrome trim for the 2019s. Now in another video I'll probably mention the slight changes for the 2020, but spoiler alert, they got rid of the satin chrome for the 2020s. So right here you got your satin chrome surround here around the front grille, and this is your R exclusive grille versus the slatted ones on the Momentum and the double slatted ones on the Inscription, I believe. You got your Volvo exclusive or trademarked Thor hammer lights with your LED beams. They are very nice at night and also during the daytime. All right, and with the R design, you got these fake vents right here blocked off, but it looks a little bit more aggressive, in addition to your fog lights over here. All season rims, I forgot to mention, now that I see the tread patterns. This is a 21-inch with, what was it, 255 offset, and really thin sidewalls at 40, so they're not going to give you the most comfortable ride. If you want a more comfortable ride, check out the, I believe they're the 19 inches stock rims. All right, so this is this T6, a little bit of Volvo breakdown. T5, you got your T6 and you got your T8. Now for the T5, it's going to come with dual exhaust with chrome tips, circular chrome tips, versus your integrated chrome tips on the T6. But as you can tell, these are just fake exhaust tips, because the real exhaust tips are in there. But I mean, it completes the look, definitely. All right. And overall, a couple of people are just talking about how this is for like older, more established, I guess, grandpas, right? I guess my dad is a grandpa. But it's a nice aggressive look if you take a look, man. Nice aggressive rear and the profile. I really like what they've done to the this generation of Volvos, especially the XC60. The XC90 is nice too, but I think the XC60 is just the right size for a SUV. And how you have in the rear right here, it's kind of like slanted, but not too coupe-like, right? But I think that's enough for the exterior. We will go and talk about the interior. This car definitely needs some TLC. Hasn't been washed since the quarantine started. It hasn't even been driven since the quarantine started, hardly. But as we open the front driver's door, here you see it. The interior is darker versus your Momentum and your Inscription packages, where Volvo gives you plenty of customizations in terms of leather, your steering wheel, your inserts here. The Inscription is going to give you the luxurious wood grain, but the R Design gives you only this aluminum plated looking design. So I'm going to start off with the driver's door. You got your memory seating for 1 and 2. Buttons here are okay. They're nice and heavy duty, premium looking, premium feeling window controls. However, I think it's nicer if you have some what you call it, the satin chrome trim on the tips. But it's nice. It's not plasticky or click-clacky. It's very muted when you press on it. Chrome handles here. Soft touch all around. Leather, Napa leather here and along your door sills or your door armrest covers. I'm guessing that's what you call it. All right. As we get in the vehicle, you got your R Design steering wheel, 3-spoke. Right here you have the R Design badging and your gloss black throughout the vehicle. So there's a lot of gloss black going on here. These pick up a lot of fingerprints very easily. All right. But in terms of a feel, it's a nice feeling steering wheel with your perforated leather design here, along with the matching gear shifter here, and your right. Okay, so you see it, right? These are the keys, and for the R Design, it's going to come with a matching perforated leather right there. All right. Turn on the electronics first. And this is your multi-function display or your virtual cockpit, whatever Volvo decides to call it. I forget, I lose track. But along with it, you have your compass or your map navigation in the middle. You got your speedo on the left and your tach on the right. All of this is digital. But in terms of everything else, it's overall really dark interior. Sporty in a sense. And we'll touch up on the seats later. All right, let's go ahead and just start up the car. Foot on brake, twist and turn. And right there you got your gauge sweep. It's very hot today. All right. And that's how long it takes for the digital dash to go ahead and warm up. Again, navigation in the middle, but there's a lot of customizations here that's available to you. We'll touch up on this in another video. But along with this, since it's the R Design, it has paddle shifters, left and right, up shift, downshift, and also your ability to go into manual mode by using the gear shifter. It is a 8-speed automatic, and the gear shifters are very slow in response. All right, but touching up on everything else, it's very minimalistic in here, which is, I think it's nicely designed the way they have just a really big slab tablet here, and your main functions. So most importantly, you got your volume design with the rocker, hazards, some AC controls or your fan controls right here, your skip tracks, and that's about it. In regards to the glove box, let me go ahead and just turn the car off. It is a locking glove box, which is nice, which is expected. All right, and felted glove box, dampened. And other than that, that's about it for the glove box. Is it chilled? I believe it is. You have the ability to have a cool box in here, because I wouldn't see why not. Little features, like the Swedish flag, I believe, is right there, along with your seats over here. All right, and same thing with the driver passenger side, where you have your memory seating for 1 and 2. And this is, I believe it's forgive me, but this might be more than a 10-way adjustable seat, because this does have thigh support as well. Now, in regards to the sliding console, very smooth, right? Aluminum plated, plasticky. The front storage unit is not too big at all, so I'm not sure what you would put in here. All right, but this is spring loaded. This is slidey, it glides very smoothly. All right, electronic e-brake, auto hold, and your driver select here, which we'll talk about later. And here is your center console. Not too much of a storage capacity, but I mean it's deep enough for you to hold on to most stuff. Does it slide back and forth? It doesn't. It only goes up and down. Actually, no, it doesn't even go. It does go up and down, but it doesn't set. So you have a nice, decent armrest. All right. Other than that, I think that's about it. Safety features. This car has a ton of safety features. This is the frameless mirror, auto dimming with your compass, LED compass indicator on the side, along with your dash. All right. LED lighting all around. Okay, and it fades in and out. It's pretty bright at night. And reaching to the back, you got your crazy big panoramic moonroof. I'm not even sure if I can open it right now. I can't, so I'm going to turn the car on just a little bit more. From there, it extends all the way back to your rear passengers so they can have some light. The sunroof is tinted. And I believe UV protected. And overall, the cabin, even though it's a darker interior, it has a lot of lighting options. All right. And then from there, I want to talk about a little bit about the mirror caps. Not the mirror caps, but the blind spot and safety features. It does have adaptive cruise control. Everything you can control via this portion right here, the steering wheel. And then with it, you have your lane keeping, blind spot monitoring. All right, it does have air suspension. I'll talk about that a little bit later. So it is a little bit better than your dynamic chassis control. Well, a ton better versus my Golf R. But one thing I like about the Volvos and also Mercedes out there, this indicator, which is your blind spot monitoring, is red. It's really bright red or red-orange, where you know that there's a car besides you in your blind spot, versus my car, which is very light tinted yellow. So then you kind of mistaken it for the indicator on the side. So I like it here. So if you're not going to put in your blind spot monitoring like some Hondas inside, make sure you have a high contrast coloring to set aside your blind spot monitoring versus your like LED turn signal indicator, right? So let's go ahead and just move to the rest of the car. Vehicle engine is okay, so I'm going to turn off the car for now. Looking back, you got your door sills, R design. Not sure, don't think this is illuminated. I highly doubt it, because that would actually attract my attention once I see it. But you got your aluminum plated brake and throttle. These are custom all-season mats from TuxMats that we installed a couple of months ago. And right here you got your multiple way power seats. thigh support, up and down, back and forth, and Napa leather, of course. And we'll touch up on this because right now we have a what do you call these? They're your seat covers. So it's protecting the front nubuck, but we'll touch up on that in the rear. What I like about these luxury SUVs is even if you have keyless, it's keyless entry front and rear, so you can lock the car using the rear sensor on the rear passenger. But as we talk about the rear seating, same treatment goes to the rear. You have your soft padded material here, your speakers, Harman Kardon, leather seating rest or leather armrest for the doors. All right, and the R design, I love these seats on the 2019s. Why? Because I don't know, they're just really sporty, very comfortable. Napa leather in the middle. All right, and your nubuck, what they call nubuck, it's like Alcantara or nubuck here on each side of the passenger, rear passenger. All right, and also your backing. So these inserts here is all nubuck, suede, or Alcantara, whatever you call this. However, these nubuck, Alcantara, suede inserts will no longer be an option. They're going for all leather option insert right here, which is the Napa leather that we have in the R design from 2019. Now this is a pro and con as well. In terms of looks, I believe the Alcantara design is nicer, more of a sporty feel, but it keeps the 2020 R design much cleaner and easier to wipe down. The most important, well, the most drastic difference is this part right here where it's perforated Napa leather. It's going to be a open textile type of feature where it's going to be a heavy duty cloth-light type of material. All right, and these automatic headrests do come down when you put the seats down. All right, and then that is it for the rear. Besides your, we do have the a la carte option where you have heated rear seats in the side, in the back. So you have your adjustments here. All right, and we'll touch up on the 2020s where they give you a 4-zone or dual or your quad zone climate control standard in the 2020 R design. But mat pockets are mesh, plastic, heavy duty backing plating. And also for Volvos, you have your air vents on the B pillar. All right. Overall, you have your map lighting, LED map lighting right there on each side. And I think that is it for the rear. Let's fold the armrest down. This function does not, unfortunately, have any type of USB charging in the rear like some Mazdas do, but you do have a 12-volt here for your cigarette lighters. So we have a USB charging here. 2 cup holder. And in terms of storage space inside, very shallow storage space. And unfortunately, fortunately this has a pass-through, but I believe you could only access it in the rear. Unless I'm wrong, I'm mistaken, because I can't really open this. All right, so let's push this down. All right, guys, so we're almost done with this very lengthy walk around. Let's open the hatch. 2 ways to open it. There's a kick motion here, but I don't have my key with me, so it's not gonna go ahead and open it for me. All right, because it's sensing that there's no key, so it's doing like a beep for me. All right, so the other option is to reach under here. Find the rubber portion of it and just go ahead and just press it, and it pops up. All right, pretty spacious rear cargo space for SUV this size. First off, there is a privacy cover. All right, where you could have it in this setting, or you could close it off or retract it like so. All right, 12-volt in the back as well. Netting on each side. Well, actually, no, sorry. Netting on only one side. And as I mentioned previously, this does have air suspension, though you have the option of raising the rear of the vehicle to make loading much easier for you or for your moms. Cargo capacity on the netting area is decently sized. LED lights here and on the right side. And then right under it, there is no, I've forgotten if there's a spare or not, but we'll take a look. There is a spare, I already see it. So right when you lift this portion up, you got your air system over there, and your spare tire, your jacks and lift, and all the goodie. Okay, and let's test this. I haven't really tested it. Let's go ahead and just take a look. If you press this, not so much. I'm not sure how this works. All right, we'll come back to it. Oh, okay, so it works. I think it needs time to warm up. Yeah, so the car is lowering a few inches. And if you want it to go back up, all you have to do is press this. And then I guess I'll put the camera on the ground so you guys can see it. Let's go ahead and just raise it. Oh, it's not much. It's only very little. All right, it's about 1 inch to 2 at most. I had a commenter on my videos stating that the Volvos are pretty much slept on, and I agree with him. There was like a there's some sort of a nice blue color that reminded me, or that had me looking into Volvos. A little bit out of the way or off topic, but momentum. If you want to decide whether or not you want to go for a momentum trim, I would say definitely go for the 2020 momentum trims, because it comes standard with at least 2 functions, or at least 2 features that I know about. And those are your all leather Napa seating that is available as standard, and also your increased non-cropped electronic dashboard, or virtual dash, virtual cockpit, digital dash, whatever they call it again. All right, the 2019 Momentums and prior 2018s had a cropped off version, really squared off version of the virtual cockpit. 2019 R Design, 2020 R Designs, they all will have the same type of display. So if you're looking for a momentum, I would maybe search up on the 2020 Momentums, right, versus your 2019s, because it does come standard with a decent amount of features. Now for the R Design, 2019, 2020, if you could find a good deal in the 2020s, I mean, why not? But if you see a 2019 certified pre-owned and you're deciding whether or not that's a good deal, I highly recommend it, because these are all the features that you need without going for the fully loaded inscription model. All right, the only reason that I would go for the 2020s would be that quad zone climate, which kind of completes the rear look. Right, other than that, I don't think it's worth the extra money. To me, these Alcantara Nubuck seating is more sporty like. It's gonna be harder to clean, I guess, but it does make the rear, or this whole setup, a lot nicer. Now for the R Design, it's a little bit darker inside. Right, you don't get the characteristics of the luxurious look of the Volvos in general, especially the inscription. But the R Design is made for a more sporty like feel. So the all black interior does complete the sporty like look. But other than that, it's been a pretty long video. Thank you guys for watching. Hope this video was insightful and helped you a lot between picking at the 2019s and the 2020s. If you have any other questions, or if I said anything incorrectly, just let me know in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Wow, that's a ton of birds. Why is it flying everywhere?